What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome once again to the My Workman Talk Show, and today is our very first ever video episode. And I'm here with my bro.
Yeah, Marcus, and today is our first video episode. So excited about that.
And
as usual, we'll be communicating our ideas and how we see things.
Exactly.
So just listen and just drop your comment in this comment section. Just do enjoy yourself while you listen and just be open-minded.
So without further ado, as always, what we do here on the My Workman Talk Show, basically we talk about how to make money legally, legit ways to make money in Nigeria, how to get enough money to not just money, but good enough money to take you from where you are now to where you want to be. And everything we do is 100% on the spot. We task ourselves to brainstorm on ways to make money in this short 30-minute section, and whatever we come up with, we just record it and post to you guys. If you've been following our previous episodes, we've been doing voice recording, but now we're just taking a step further to try and see how video recording would play out.
Work.
So
as always, we talk about things that we can engage yourself in as a youth. We talk about those that already have businesses and how they can increase sales and all those things. How to use the digital world to its full effect in doing these things.
Yeah, we emphasize a lot on taking your businesses online. We emphasize a lot on the importance of internet technology, and we usually, everything we talk about, we try to find a way to take it also to the part where you have to take your business online. So today, let's look at do you have any ideas on topics we can discuss today on how to make money, Marcus?
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot like this.
We're always on the spot.
Always on the spot. So you have to push yourself in
how you can make money digitally.
Exactly.
We've actually talked about all the jobs you can go and learn, and then I think during one of our sessions we're talking about how to start without having anything.
Exactly.
I think we're still pondering on that. We're still waiting for feedbacks on how to get that actually. So let's see. After learning jobs, you go. So let's just pick one of the jobs now that we can. One of those handwork or
okay,
something.
So
that we can
normally we would use our phones to go online and just check out stuff that you can do. I think our last episode we're talking about YouTube, right?
We're talking about YouTube.
Yeah, we discussed a lot extensively. Or maybe not the last one, maybe the last one before the last one.
Yeah.
So
no, I think it was the last one because we talked about having a grill.
Yeah, the last one was the grill.
Grill,
yeah. So it's the last one before the last one. So on that episode, we're talking about YouTube content creation and strategies you can use to put yourself out there. And from that show or that episode, we talked about just starting with what you have and going forward, regardless of even if you don't have all the equipment figured out yet. And if you are watching this show right now, sorry for the poor sound quality, the poor video quality.
We're working on that,
and eventually, as time goes on, we'll get better mics and better recording equipment. But this is boils down to all we're talking about. So we are not just telling you to do it; we're actually doing it ourselves. So we're starting regardless of the equipment we have and any shortcomings that we have. If you also take notes, you can see our background is not the prettiest background actually, but we're just still pushing forward and making sure we do this very first video episode with you guys. So brainstorming ideas on how to make money. Right now, one very popular thing in Nigeria is this POS business. So I believe we should just take a look at that today. So
Yeah.
POS business, cash transactions, and just handling with money. So working with money rather. So let's say you want to get started doing a POS business. What are the profitability of a POS business? And full disclaimer, we're not experts in this topic. We're just speaking on the side and just talking and hoping somebody out there who's an expert sees this, and either you give us a negative or a positive feedback. We really don't care.
But what we care about mostly is if most of our
Yes.
informations are not correct, you
well,
just correct them for us if you are
Exactly.
more enlightened in
Enlightened,
that
exactly. So
category.
everything we're doing is basically just putting ourselves out there, recording these sessions, recording these talks to because we really want to make money. We don't know how, we don't know the best way to do it. Well, just like picking out random ideas every day
Just see
and
how
just see
best
our
can be
best to make
implemented.
it implemented, trying to analyze the ideas on the spot, talk about it, and see how far we can really take this thing. So we just picked this topic right now, POS business. And Marcus, can you just do a quick intro on POS business, why I just browse online and check some things about the profitability of POS business?
Okay. The POS business is
Just from your own perspective, what you think, how well
it's
it
a
can
very
be done.
it's a very lucrative business right now in Nigeria,
Exactly.
because there's no point you turn, there's no way you turn to. People need cash, and the bank are very slow now in giving this cash. So everybody has gone. You don't have to stand in queues in ATM anymore. You just need to go to a POS stand. I think that's what really drove the business, and that's why the business is thriving right now in the society. So basically, what you just need to have a bank account, and then you need to discuss with your account manager, and you request for a POS machine from your bank. And then there's also the OPay POS machine that you can just order online, and then they'll give it to you. Create an account where you're funding, because the POS is just like an account. You fund it, so when people are removing money from this account, you are giving them cash to withdraw from your account. So that's basically the rough work on it.
Awesome. So briefly, I just did a quick search on the internet right now, POS business in Nigeria, and the first search result that came up was from a blogger by the name of Gabriel Odumale, and I'm currently on the site gabrielodumale.com. Would add links to the description below, and also share other information that we'll find out. So right here on the site here, I'm just going to go through the headlines and we'll discuss them. It says here that how profitable is POS business in Nigeria? In Nigeria, the POS business is quite profitable, and this is largely due to rural populations and isolated settlements, lack of access to banks, and you can earn as much as 5 to 11,000 naira per day if you have a decent location and have gained confidence with the community. So let's look at that now. If you're earning 5 to 11,000 per day,
good income.
Yeah, times that by 30 days in a month, you're talking about close to about 150k per month, which is quite lucrative for a single POS business. And yeah, moving forward, let's analyze this portion of this post that's from Gabriel Odumale. He says the POS business is profitable because of isolated settlements. Yeah, that's a problem that's very common here in Nigeria. Like, there are some places you go to and basically there's no banks. Yeah, exactly. There's like zero banks, and it's just so stressful sometimes, even for the places that even have banks. For you to even get money from those places, it's also very stressful.
And also the distance
to get banks.
Yeah.
So, and this is something, if we're looking at it, let's look at it more in the foreseeable future, like as time goes on, is this something that is likely to fade away? Would there be more banks created? And the short and fast answer is kind of like no.
Nope.
To be honest, like we don't see that being a thing. Let's say maybe in the near like 5, maybe not 5. Shall I say?
I think
3 to 5 years.
The banks they profit from this thing a lot.
Yeah, so
they
enjoy being in charge of the money. So giving another like 3 to 5 years, POS business is still very lucrative.
Yeah.
And if you are earning between 150K to, if let's say if you're on the high side now, you're earning 10,000 per day on POS business. That's about 300K. If you are earning between that amount for the next 3 to 5 years consistently, you should be able to save up and diversify your investments to other areas. So, yeah, looking at POS business, this is something that's very lucrative, and it's due to the fact of how terrible banks are mostly in Nigeria. The services is very, very poor.
Slow,
even in top cities, like most banks are not really doing so well. Not doing so well in terms of managing money distribution and all that. So another point that was mentioned here, we just looked at the reason why POS business would thrive and how much you can earn on POS business. Another point that we should look at now is having a decent location and earning confidence with the community. So can you dwell on that for us, Marcus? A decent location.
Having a decent location is having a populated area. That's a decent location for this business, because the more people that patronizes this your POS business, the more profit. That's why they give you a range. Your profit range is from 5,000 to 11,000, depending on how the location is. So what you are looking at for is a well occupied area. Like, your area should not be too there should be a active the people there should be, at least they should be active. It should not just be a scanty area,
isolated area.
It should not be isolated.
Two things.
Number one,
a decent location entails is also if there are 0 banks in that area.
Yes.
If it's a complete rural area, maybe
a village or something.
Yeah, and there are absolutely 0 banks. That is automatically a decent location for you to do a POS business.
Another decent location is in the urban region. You need somewhere that is very busy, somewhere that,
and not even entirely somewhere that's very busy. Maybe somewhere that's a bit far from banks. So if your house, you stay.
I think bank generally is always very far from
most settlements. Exactly.
Because the bank is always in the market region, and then people stay away from the market. So you just look for a good street, a good location.
Exactly.
Another good thing about this business is that you can do it with other business, and that's you have a store now in your location, and then you are doing one business there already. You bring in this one, and then you have 2 sources of income, that.
Which is wow.
That's one nice thing about it too.
So we just looked at location. If you are trying to start a POS business, if you have a house in the village, someone who can relocate to a village that you can put there, it's an option. So that's one way to get started doing POS business. Some of the locations that we've talked about, decent location being rural settlement, being villages with access to no banks, populated regions with lots of activities going on, and also locations like schools, churches. Those are also good places to start a POS business. And also we are looking at what was the last location. If the location is
farther
from the bank, so
also a decent location.
Also a decent location is also a good place to start a POS business. So going through this website, I just discovered now that POS business has been around since 2013.
Yeah,
And if you are watching this recording right now, we did this episode in 2022, and by next year, POS business will be 10 years in Nigeria. I did not know this actually, and it's so crazy. In 10 years, we're still like using POS as a way to get cash. I mean, I don't know, it's a good thing and a bad thing, but what's your take on that, my friend?
POS has been existing for that long.
Yeah, it's
And
quite
now,
interesting.
I think in the
to
last 3 to 4 years, it has really gained popularity, and people have seen the profits in this business, and there's a lot of people, millions of people right now that are into this POS business here in Nigeria.
So I feel if we want to revise our initial estimation of between 3 to 5 years for profitability, we're still even looking like maybe another 10 years even.
Yeah.
With the way things are going currently in the country, another 10 years for profitability in this business. And if you start today, if you have already started, if you are looking for tips, that's something we still try to look at too. If you start today and you are doing this business with and getting that amount of profit within the daily, you can really save up and like change your life in like this period of time. So let's look at
if we're discussing this POS business, what is the factor that we think can actually influence its extension in the society?
Its extension. Okay, two things. If the banks start putting more ATMs in,
I think one of the advantages why people tend to use this thing is because of the speed, quick access to cash. No matter the numbers of ATM that the bank is going to put up, there's still going to be queue. I get it, and people are really very lazy about that. Right?
I don't agree with that though, Sha, in my own perspective.
Because Nigeria's system of banking is they don't want you to go with cash. They don't.
You can't say for sure. That's what we're talking about. In the next 5 to 10 years, that may change. They may change that, and they'll be like, okay.
And another reason why I'm saying it might not change.
Sorry. I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. Yeah, they may not want you to.
Yes,
cash. Yeah.
So another reason why it will not change is because of the charges they are receiving from these POS people.
Yes, one other thing I'm still looking at too is that POS business may now become more like not a business in the near future and just a way of paying for services actually.
Yeah,
because
that's how it started.
That's how it started actually, and that's how it may end up actually, and not a way to get cash again. So yeah, that's something that
may still, because we're actually transitioning to cashless
society. Exactly.
So then people will not really need cash if everybody has a means of receiving payment.
Exactly. So if everyone has a POS machine in their shop, and you go there to transact, you just stick in your card, you take out your payment.
Every transport you have
swipe your card and pay. So that was why it was.
That's one of the factors that
that may affect the longevity of POS business.
But for the now, you're talking about.
For the now,
you can go into this business and exploit as much as you can. Get a good location, a decent location. We've analyzed what the decent location is in a rural area, somewhere that is not that the bank, like, most of these villages you have like one bank or no bank. I remember in somewhere there was no bank in the Olo, and there was a school safe.
Wow.
I think that was what conceived that idea.
What location was that?
Otefe. Ogara, Delta State. There's no bank. Even till now, there's no bank in the school. In the school, they just fixed an ATM there right now. Yeah, there's just an ATM there.
I think there's a bank at the other sides of the settlement.
Yeah, in the town.
Side.
So students used to really go there. I think that was when one of my friends actually thought about this idea around that 2014 or so. I was like, let me do this thing there. But then I think it was not serious enough. So now POS business has blown up. Another thing you guys need to understand, when an idea comes to you, take it, act on it as fast as you can. Because as we always tell ourselves is that whatever idea you're thinking about right now,
somebody else is probably thinking about it.
People are thinking about
Thousands
it.
of people.
So in software development, we say first to market, or how do we call it again? Time to market. Time to market. So when you are first to go to the market, you are guaranteed to make more sales than the second person.
Or even if you are the first to go to the market,
yeah, you can still be outsold.
Yeah, with like a shitty product, and
you'll be
definitely okay.
Taken out.
Let's go back to our analysis of POS business, and right now we want to look at some of the challenges you might face if you want to start this business in Nigeria. And right here on this site that we're using, it actually requires low initial investment of like minimum balance of like 50K.
Yeah.
But we've been asking this question, I think since like 3 or 4 episodes back. Like,
how do you get 50K?
How do you get 50K?
How
do you get 50K? Like, how you don't have any money, you don't have any friends, you don't know anybody, and how do you get someone to invest in your business right from the scratch? So, or how do you even get that money, that initial startup capital to start a business? So it's really something
when you don't have any collateral.
When you don't have any collateral, you don't have anything to sell. You are just like, you are between the ages of like 18 to like 30 or so, and you don't have anything to your name. You probably,
how do you just start up?
How do you just start up not having money from nothing? So
that's what we're trying to.
Yeah, that's
the question we keep asking.
And as always, if you have an answer, we're always open to hearing from you. And yeah, let's. Those are some of the things you need to get started. An initial investment of 50K and some benefits of it. Do you have any other things that they did not list anything here on the site? And services can carry that advantages. Okay, so some benefits of doing this business, it's the customer. There's no cap on the customers, on the amount of customers you can work with. So it will always be customer depending on your location, depending on
your cash flow that you have at hand. So there will always be somebody that wants to withdraw at physical cash or deposit. So low operational costs and opportunity for growth is always high. The profit is also always high. So some advantage. The advantage is so enormous. Like
there was something I think we failed to talk about. So one of the key things in running a POS business is that you have to build confidence in the community, and what that means basically is like you have to be trustworthy. So you are not like trying to scam people, steal their cash, doing fake transfer, all those kind of stuff. You have to be trustworthy. You have to like be there, show up every day, be consistent. Don't try to cheat people out of their funds and all those kind of bad behaviors. So let's just run through some of the advantages of POS business. So some of the advantages, customers can really time save, multi-location system. You talked about this when you were talking about some benefits. So multi-location, you can have multiple POS in different locations, put people there to run it for you, and pay them a certain amount of the profit. So I think that's everything we have today on POS business. Or is there anything else that I think I'm at the end of the site? There's nothing else left here to look at.
Yeah, so for the POS business, you need low income, as we have said. So
let's just do a quick recap of everything we talked on POS.
So POS now a lucrative business in Nigeria.
At
low income.
today, Thursday, the 15th of December 2022, POS business is still very lucrative.
And you can go into it now with as low as 50k.
Yes, and we don't know if that will change in the future, but I see probably for like next 3 years minimum, it still will be a viable way of making money in Nigeria, and you should actually consider it. So there's profit in it, and continue with the recap. Sorry, I cut you off.
Alright, so as we said, get a good location and try to build trust with the community. You see the trust people have with their bank when they go to deposit money at the bank or withdraw. That's the kind of trust you should build with the people in your environment where you are positioned with your POS machine. So you get a good location, somewhere that is busy if you're in the urban settlement, and you can just use somewhere that is popular if you're in a rural settlement where people can easily locate you. That's another thing you need to do. You need to be visible, you need to be out there, like let people see you easily, because most times people are just strolling by and they'll just I need to withdraw and you know those things. So you need to consider these things if you are trying to go into this business. Get a stand, get people to trust you, and then you are good to go.
The minimum cost is just 50k. You need a minimum balance of 50k.
50K.
But I even think some new POS companies coming up now, they allow you to start with a minimum balance of like 40k or so. I'm not sure.
That money is just what people are going to collect from you.
Eventually, but it's just kind of like a way to start. Like just so that if you are doing transactions now, you do like maybe 4 transactions a day of like 10k. It's something like maybe you charge about 100 naira, that's like 500. Oh, so sorry. 10k is 100. No, 10k is 200
right now. So
for 4, that's 800. So
the more cash flow you have, the more people that comes around, the greater the profit.
So I think that's all for today. We're looking at POS. We've just looked at POS business and we did everything right on the spot, and we're not going to edit any of this video. We'll try and smoothen the sound and do some cutting where we're silent, but aside of that, everything we're saying right now
is live, and we just keep communicating live.
Exactly.
Like that.
So, and I don't know, maybe in the coming year we would also try to set up a POS business just to see and test it out how it really is. So that's the purpose of this whole talk show, this whole thing we're trying to do. We're just trying to look for alternative ways to make money in Nigeria.
Try to enlighten ourselves in different things and see where we can put.
And in the process of enlightening ourselves, we're recording these shows, and also saying if someone out there can pick 1 or 2 value from it and also take action today. So
the action is very important. We need people to take action, because the sole aim of this thing we are doing is for the betterment of our youth.
Exactly.
We want a system whereby
betterment of our youth, for the betterment of ourselves, for the betterment of you, our viewers.
You are our viewers. You are the youth. You are the people that's going to make this country great. You are the people that's going to make the society better for everybody.
Exactly.
So that is what we are trying to do. Exactly. Push out ideas there. Let people do good with these ideas.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And so we're doing it regularly. So this is our first ever video show. First ever one. And
been on audio, and I think now you've seen a face. You put a face to the voices you've been hearing. So that's great. We hope you guys learned something today.
Because we learned something. If nothing, I know POS started since 2013 in Nigeria, and by next year 2023 it's going to be 10 years, a decade. So Nigeria. And
You
moving
can, see,
forward,
you can see the way things happen in 10 years. You can see the 10 years is a very significant time. So start now, and in the next 10 years, you'll be amazed at where you'll be.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that. And that's what we're wrapping up today's first ever video episode.
All right.
So catch you in the next one.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.